5 secrets and theories you definitely didn't know about Stranger Things 5. And trust me, this one will blow your mind. Just a few days ago, the main cast and the Duffer Brothers sat down for an exclusive interview with Time magazine, and what they revealed has completely shaken the fandom. According to the interview, justice might finally be served for a character who's been forgotten ever since season 1. That's right, Barbara Holland, better known as Barb, has been confirmed to return in the 5th and final season. Here's what was revealed in that interview. I'm exploring a tunnel on the Atlanta set when I nearly trip over Barb's body covered in inky black vines, partly made of spray-painted pool noodles with purple lips slightly parted and a huge bleeding wound on her neck. Just like Will, Nancy's best friend Barb was dragged into the Upside Down during the first season. But unlike Will, she never came back. And honestly, no one seemed to care, except the fans. The viral hashtag #JusticeForBarb became one of the earliest signs that Stranger Things had turned into a full-blown cultural phenomenon. Fans were obsessed, constantly asking, "What happened to Barb?" And the Duffers? Ross Duffer once recalled, "The only response we kept getting was, 'What's up with Barb?' And we'd reply, 'It's a show about Will,'" he said, rolling his eyes. Now, with this revelation that Barb is indeed returning, an old theory about Stranger Things 5 is suddenly gaining traction again. What if when Barb was trapped in the Upside Down she actually met Will? We already know that this season will finally show what really happened during those terrifying days when Will was stuck there. So maybe, just maybe, it'll reveal that he wasn't as alone as we thought. Perhaps Will and Barb did cross paths in that dark, twisted world. And honestly, that theory sounds fascinating. But if that's the case, wouldn't it be strange that Will never mentioned it before? Unless, hear me out, it's possible he doesn't remember what happened. Or maybe he saw something so horrifying happen to Barb that his mind completely blocked it out to protect him from the trauma. That could be it too. Still, the most likely explanation is that Barb's return will come through a flashback. Or maybe Vecna will use her image once again to torment Nancy, playing on her guilt for leaving Barb behind that night. But if you think that's surprising, brace yourself, because the next theory about Barb's return might just blow your mind. What if, in Stranger Things 5, we finally witnessed the comeback of one of the most beloved characters in the entire series? Believe it or not, there's a real chance that Eddie Munson could return alongside Barb. I know it sounds wild. But this theory actually makes more sense than you'd think. It all started after that exclusive Time magazine interview with the Duffer Brothers, where they confirmed Barb's return in season 5. That single reveal sparked an idea that's now exploding all over social media. Could Vecna, in the final season of Stranger Things, have the power to bring back characters who died in the Upside Down? Think about it. In Dungeons & Dragons lore, Vecna is a powerful lich, an undead sorcerer capable of raising the dead and controlling their bodies. Now, remember what Vecna said in Stranger Things 4, the people he kills remain alive in his mind. And since everything in the Upside Down seems to function as a kind of hive mind all connected through Vecna, it's possible that everyone who died in that dark world somehow had their consciousness absorbed into him. And yes, that could include Eddie, Chrissy, and Barb. That's why many fans believe that in the final season, Vecna could bring them back. Not as humans, but as versions controlled by him, something like Upside Down zombies. Now, in Dungeons & Dragons, a lich doesn't exactly resurrect the dead, it animates them to serve its will. And that's what makes this theory so heartbreaking. Because if it turns out to be true, Eddie could return, but without his soul. Just a lifeless body under Vecna's control, one that wouldn't even recognize Dustin. And honestly, that would be devastating to watch. Continuing with that idea, Barb might also return, not to haunt Nancy this time, but as part of Vecna's dark army. Of course, it's still just a theory, but remember, Stranger Things has always been deeply intertwined with Dungeons & Dragons mythology. So, the possibility is definitely there. So, with everything we've discussed, could we really see the return of both Eddie and Barb? Because if that happens, it would be absolutely epic, don't you think? Now, pay close attention, because what I'm about to tell you next is officially confirmed for Stranger Things 5. As mentioned earlier, in that exclusive Time magazine interview, the Duffer Brothers and the main cast revealed some huge details about what's coming. One of the biggest revelations? Vecna has gone missing after his defeat by the kids in season 4. It's believed he's injured, weakened, and possibly hiding somewhere within the Upside Down. Meanwhile, Hawkins is now under strict military quarantine, as the government tries to cover up the massive portal Vecna opened. But even though the surface looks under control, evil continues to grow beneath the town. One of the most popular theories suggests that Vecna might kidnap the children of Hawkins to perform a dark ritual. one that would restore his strength and allow him to regain his full power. And once that happens, he'll finally emerge through the portal. If you think about it, this theory actually fits perfectly. After all, it's been over a year since the Season 4 finale, and Vecna still hasn't crossed into our world. Maybe it's simply because he's not strong enough yet. And this wouldn't be the first time he's used rituals like that, remember? He sacrificed 4 people to open the main portal between the 2 worlds. So yes, it's completely possible we'll see something similar in the final season. But that's not all. The Duffers also confirmed something incredible. This season will include scenes filmed from the perspective of the Demogorgons, what they're calling Demovision. These sequences were reportedly shot using drones, giving us a chilling look through the eyes of these creatures. Just imagine watching the final battle of Hawkins through the vision of the monsters themselves. Everything points to this being the darkest, most intense, and most visually insane season yet. So the real question is, are you ready for this? And here's another theory that's blowing up all over social media. Will 11 actually learn to fly in the final season? At first, it sounds ridiculous, but it might have some truth to it. It all started after an Empire magazine interview where the Duffer Brothers revealed that following the events of Season 4, 11 has been training intensely to fully master her powers. Ross Duffer even said, "It's not like Neo or Superman soaring through the sky, but she's definitely stronger now." And that single statement sent fans into a frenzy. New Empire images show 11 seemingly leaping across huge distances using her telekinesis in a way we've never seen before. But no, this doesn't mean she'll literally fly like Superman. It seems more like she's using her telekinesis to propel herself off the ground, lifting her several meters into the air almost like she's creating a mental thruster. So instead of soaring freely, she might hover, or launch herself with incredible force during battle. It's not traditional flying, but it's definitely defying gravity. This evolution of her powers could become a key moment in the final war against Vecna. So no, 11 won't suddenly become Superman, but she might just take her powers to an entirely new level. So, what do you think? Will 11 truly rise both literally and figuratively in the final season of Stranger Things? And here's the million-dollar question. When exactly will the official, definitive trailer for Stranger Things 5 drop? So far, all we've gotten are teasers and small glimpses. Even if you check Netflix's YouTube channel, the most popular, Stranger Things 5 video clearly says teaser right on the thumbnail. The final trailer? Nowhere to be found. And yes, fans are absolutely losing their minds trying to figure out the exact release date. For weeks now, several theories have been making the rounds online. Some fans believe the trailer will arrive on October 29, since that date would apparently align with Netflix's internal release schedule. Others are betting on October 31 Halloween, which honestly makes perfect sense. I mean, what better day to drop something as dark, eerie, and long-awaited as the trailer for the final season of Stranger Things. Plus, that date marks the beginning of the Stranger Things World Promotional Tour in Lucca, Italy, which only adds fuel to that theory. If you ask me, my gut says October 29 still feels the most likely, but I won't deny it, October 31 sounds very, very possible too. If you're still watching, that means you truly love this universe, and I appreciate that more than you know. So hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications, because what's coming next, you don't want to miss. This is Explainverse, and I'll catch you in the next story.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I breathe.